Hey everyone, your designers are here. I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today, so let's get started.
Episode 161.
Ooh.
Trends that are out for 2018.
Okay, not that are in, that are out.
That are out. Now, we rarely throw down, things that are must-haves or must-dos or
must get rid of.
But so this is just us having a little fun with the trends because we notice when we look at how many people listen to our episodes, which thank you very much. There's a heck of a lot of you people out there are listening to us.
Yes, thank you.
You guys really seem to like the ones that we talk about trends. And Yvonne is a real trend. Well, she's a trendsetter, of course, but she really enjoys the trends. Now,
I love it.
Don't relish the trends so much, but I think it's fun to chat about it.
Oh, I like talking about it. I have a lot of them I don't follow, but
can I tell you why? That doesn't mean I follow any of them. I just love to see, that would be really pretty. Or, how can I use that in my home? I haven't thought of that. That's wonderful. Or, how you don't want to look, but you can't help looking at a train wreck. Like,
yeah.
And you're appalled and aghast.
No,
that's the other reason I like trends.
Yeah. It makes me think about also like the people that love to watch the dresses on the red carpet for all the, the celebrities for the award shows and things like that. Trends kind of make me think of that. It's kind of like fluff and it's fun to look at. And maybe you're not even going to watch the whole show or you'll never go see the movies that were nominated or that won. But, it's just kind of fun to look at the pretty dresses and say who looked great and who didn't. So trends in decor for me are sort of like that, the celebrity runway at the Oscars.
And some things that I know Kevin has seen, he said, are you sure that isn't like the potato sack on I Love Lucy? Do you remember that episode?
Yeah. So, sometimes that's what some of the trends are like. Or like,
they faked the girls out and made them think that these potato sacks were on trend and they were wearing them with their heads held high.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes that's what a trend is in decor. And sometimes it turns into a classic, which we've talked about before. But today we're going to talk about things that were in and were hottie hot hots and now are out for 2018. So, one thing that you've seen that was sort of shimmery and pretty and shiny to look at was rose gold. Rose gold was so hot, but for 2018, they're saying that rose gold is out. But at the same time, this millennial pink is in, which I think is kind of like a rift off the rose gold. So I'm not really sure.
With you. I so agree with you.
What is with that? But I guess it's the metallic.
It's called, gone. I got some stuff I need to sell. So
rose gold has been in and out and in and out and in and out for decades. So when it's in, it has a very short life.
It's got a short life. It's like a fruit fly. So, just know that going into it. If you get the rose gold, it may not still be in style by the end of the month.
Right. But so buy something, from Target in rose gold. But at the same time in 2018, if you're feeling like I am, like adding a little pale pink, don't do it in a metallic, don't do it in a metal, but maybe do it in a fabric, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I added some pinks. I don't know if they were, I guess the millennial pink, isn't that kind of a peachy pink?
It's kind of more of that blush. I'm more doing like a pale, true pink.
Yeah, I don't like the warmness of that. It's a little too maybe yellow for me. I like more of a cooler pink.
Yeah.
Well, actually, millennial pink is many colors of pink, but a lot of them tend to be that lighter, a little bit of salmony pink mixed into it, a little dustier.
Yeah.
But there are several colors. But I agree with you. If you like pink, don't put it in your metals. Put it in your fabric.
Right. Mm-hmm. And with the rose gold on that same train out of town was the copper. But copper's been kind of waning for a couple of years. It's been hot, or was hot like 5 years ago. And everybody was doing, copper on their shelves and copper this and copper that. So, copper's kind of gone.
See, and here's the thing that frustrates me about the trends that kind of makes me roll my eyes a little bit. I just feel like it's Simon says rose gold is in. Simon says rose gold is out. Rose gold is in.
I know that's not the way we decorate, but it is kind of fun. Like, everybody raised their copper Moscow Mule mug.
Exactly. Right.
All of a sudden, not only was copper popular, but that
you had to have those
was so
mugs.
popular.
Well,
my
and
goodness.
that's a good place to put your copper.
Right.
Not in the metalwork of a table or something like that.
Right.
In a little mug. That's a perfect place to put it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true. That's so true. Okay, somebody else want to jump in? I've been chatting a lot.
Open shelves are out.
Close the door on the open shelves.
Well, yeah, and I've got open shelves. I'm not getting rid of mine. I
think they're somewhat of a classic, but they're not going to be the hottest new trend anymore. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again: if the industry and people gets too oversaturated with one thing, then it's out.
Right. And when I think of them saying that the shelves are out, I think more of the floating shelves. I have some that are very traditional looking, so they really didn't look like the kind of trends that the kind of open shelving that was super hot to begin with.
Sure.
So it doesn't really feel out to me, but it never felt like it was super hot either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, I did have the super hot shelves in my breakfast nook, and I took them down before I knew they were out because I felt that because you have to look through my kitchen, my breakfast nook to get to the family room, this is one big space. I thought they made everything look a little cluttered. I enjoyed them for a season, but they came down.
Yeah, I mean, open shelving has been around way before any of us have been around.
Yes, exactly.
On Downton, right? Mrs. Patmore. They had open shelving down there,
well,
right?
Let's just say open shelvings have been, anytime there's a kitchen, they've been open shelving probably until like a generation 2 or 3 ago.
Yeah, until probably the 1950s or some point. But then it became the thing, like open shelving, like you're so not cool if your kitchen has closed cabinets. Like when I was doing this house, I was like, okay, so how can I do the open shelvings? And then I thought, no, knock myself up the side of the head. I don't want all open shelving. Maybe I'll find some spot where open shelving, but it's that trendy open shelving, which is we're saying is sort of out. So if you've got a hutch with some open shelves, great, show off your pretty stuff.
That's right.
But you really don't want to be trying to now take all your Cheerios and put them in beautiful canisters and doing all this stuff. It's just too much work with the open shelving. And if you have open shelving in like 5 years, if someone walks into your house, be like, oh, yeah, I know when you decorated your house.
Exactly. But something like that dates your house. Oh, my goodness.
Here's another thing. Shiplap is now.
Yeah. You knew that was coming because it's everywhere.
It's oversaturated. That's exactly right.
Okay,
now,
but I'm going to say.
Can't use it. That means you absolutely can use it. People will love it. But it definitely has a date mark on it. Because
well, here's the thing:
a 2015 feel, maybe.
Okay. Let me just.
Do you have shiplap in your house before you answer this?
Well, yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
And I have shiplap in my house, and I love it.
But let me tell you, I understand what you're saying about the ship going down. But here's the thing: if it is appropriate to your house, my house would have probably had that sort of stuff. In fact, the office, until we redid it, had shiplap because it was kind of a tacked on room. So it was actually the outside of the house. And the outside of my house is that same horizontal.
Like a clapboard.
Siding. So I used it judiciously. There's another one of our words. I just put it behind my stove on one wall in the kitchen to make it interesting, a little interesting, and painted it all white.
And I agree with that. If it's, part of your house, if it's original, real shiplap, then I think that's very different from it kind of slapped on a house that's maybe very new. Although I still think it adds interest to a wall. So I mean, if you've got shiplap and you like it, don't take it down.
Keep it.
I mean, it's a very interesting.
I love it.
I think it adds interest to the wall. But of course, I don't think we're going to be seeing it everywhere now.
Well, it's not
No.
going to be why everybody's like panting to get the shiplap up.
Mhm.
Right.
You know,
And
but
That's
actually,
a good way to put it.
I think it looks great, and you can paint it different colors, and it can look completely different. Like, I mean, you could do, say, like a teen boy room and do it a navy blue or something like that. It would have a totally different look than, you know, the white farmhouse look that
But
we've
if
all
I'm
been
seeing
seeing
it,
for so
I
many
wanna
years.
see it.
She's trying to convince us that it's in.
well, if you,
It's-
I want to see it. I'd rather see it painted too, rather than raw. Personally.
Good
But
point.
you know, the other thing that's kind of similar to that are the barn doors that now, you know, I'm seeing. Oh, those are so out.
Oh,
Now I
didn't know that.
Well, I
Okay.
heard that. Now
I didn't get that memo.
I have
either.
hanging doors in my house, but I went to the antique auction and found some hanging French doors that are, you know, probably, you know, well, they're over 100 years old. They were covered with layers and layers and layers of paint. They're gorgeous. Am I taking them down? Absolutely not. And I don't even know that they refer to mine, because I think it's more the doors inside that people make to look like they are actually barn doors. So, you know, I mean, I think
you're safe. I'm not worried
Am I
about your barn
safe?
doors.
Okay. But
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
if I'm not, I don't really care. I'm keeping them.
Mhm.
I mean, they're
love
really
that
nice
attitude.
doors.
That's right. That's right.
And the thing is, they're so practical because they don't swing out into the study or into the foyer. So it works for me.
Yeah, no, I have a couple of barn doors, 3 actually in my house, and I love them because the same thing. I don't have a lot of the space, but you know, that's again, you know, everybody has to make the choices for themselves. We're talking about things that were like screaming for attention as trends,
Right.
and that may have been morphed into, you know, just like sort of making it work because you wanted to be on the trend. Those are the things we're talking about today.
How about stuff made with pallets?
I can say goodbye to that easily.
See, I was never on board with that.
Bye-bye.
That always
Yeah.
looked too
Not so
rustic
much
to
my
me.
thing.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
wasn't my
Either.
thing.
Even
I
though
didn't-
I'm a repurposer deep to my core,
You truly are. You're the
I
queen
truly
of
am.
repurpose.
And there were pallets here. We, you know, when we've had certain things delivered, and you know, the guy who lived here, he had some pallets left around, and I was like, I'm going to make this into a succulent wall, and I'm going to make this one into a sofa, and this one I will make into a car, and the other one, you know, like, but. Nah, I just never did. Like, it was just too much work, and it was still going to look like a palette.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see those go.
Yeah, me
Anita,
too.
I know you were talking about something else that sort of is along the same lines that Kelly's talking about repurposing DIY. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, well, it was just something I'd read, that's something about DIY storage, like making things out of toilet paper, you know, rolls and, you know, these old boxes, and that's really kind of out. But, you know, again, I never was, that's just a little too crafty for me. You know, if it looks DIY, I'm not interested in it anyway. I only want a DIY thing that doesn't look too cheapo. So, you know.
But I mean, we're just talking trends, so that is definitely one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a germaphobe too. So, I mean, if it's a toilet paper roll, I mean, throw it in the trash can. Don't make something out of it.
Hey,
Well,
I made napkin rings out of a couple.
Okay.
I made a Christmas tree out of, you know, just a little tiny Christmas tree, covered it with felt.
On the table. Yvonne, come on.
I know. Hey, nobody got sick. We're
Hey,
fine. Here,
it's
listen
okay.
to this one, which I find shocking.
Oh,
I'm not saying I agree with it. They're saying that stainless steel is going out.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
a bunch of malarkey. I
It
hear
has
that
had
every year.
It has had such a long run being
Yeah.
in, and you know what's
Who's saying that?
replacing
People
it.
that make appliances?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They have pronounced the death of stainless steel
Well,
every
not
year.
the
It seems
death-
like for the past 10
Well,
years.
Girls, I say this every time. You have to know the definition of
I
trend.
know we get a little, you know, like,
No,
It's
I know
not like
the
it goes away
definition.
forever.
I
It's
know
just
the
like it's not the new hot thing.
I know the definition of trends, but I also know that the people reporting this, it's their opinion. And everybody's opinion is a little different.
Everything is.
And just because somebody says it so on the internet, do you believe everything you hear on the internet?
No,
'Cause
but
I know I
but
don't.
we are talking about trends, so that's why.
okay,
I'm
well, I
saying
think that, well, you know, I have heard that too, and I do not agree with that. But what
I don't
was really a blip on the screen with regard to appliances were the black ones, like the matte black ones.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
bam. Like, I hope no one did that.
Because
No,
that's
I'm
a
not.
very big decor trend blooper.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants.
Let's continue and talk about what is out. Anybody have anything else?
If anyone's listening to Carole King's Tapestry album right now, just keep listening, but take down your boho
tapestries. Do you know, I'm glad, because like the ones that all look like they're hand loomed, they look filthy to me because they collect dust and
Oh, no. The 70s called, they want their tapestries back.
So
gladly.
It's just... Does anybody hang a tapestry? Yeah.
Well, but you know, part of it for me is I lived through the 70s, and
so did I.
When did you live?
Well, I mean, I've read about them, I've heard about them, and just everything I've seen of the 70s, it was not a shining moment for fashion or home decor. For my opinion.
It had a time and a place, and that was the time and the place. I mean, we do like a bit of the boho. We talked about that sort of boho mixed with a Scandi look. We like that. But if you're going heavy, into the saturated tapestries and the macrame wall hanging and stuff like that, unless you're like a ceramicist living in Sausalito, I don't think you need to be doing it anymore.
That's right. And I just wanted to say, dear listener, the one who has the bohemian handmade tapestry on your wall, if you love it, keep it. But our advice would be to take it down.
Well, here's the thing that we say over and over again. And this, we should have like disclaimer on every single one of the episodes. Hey, look, if it's true to you and you love it and you wove that tapestry or your mother made that macrame wall hanging, and if it really speaks to your soul, of course keep it. But
Right.
if you bought yours at Target because it was in, sort of after the owls went out, now it's time to move
owls.
on.
I forgot about them.
Yeah. Well, right. And I'm sure there are some that are really pretty. I've seen a lot that are not pretty. So I guess I'm speaking from them. There's a lot of unattractive ones, but some of them are probably nice. There's probably a lot I haven't seen. And no matter what I think, I agree with what Kelly and Yvonne are saying. If any of the stuff that we're saying are out, any of these things, if you want them in your house, you've got
Go
them in
for
there,
it.
keep them. I mean,
I
think it's up to you.
A couple of weeks ago, I actually did a post called What's In, What's Out, and What's Here to Stay. And something that I read over and over and over again, I couldn't believe my eyes. They're saying that in 2018, white kitchens will be taking the slow boat out.
Oh, they've been saying that for a while too.
Well, I just think they're so classic. But
And again, not painting my kitchen.
Yeah.
Not
If
painting
you
my white
hear
kitchen.
that, we just want you to say, oh, poof. Just like that. Oh, poof.
Let's all
'Cause it
practice
is-
that.
Yeah. Let's all practice. Because there is no way that white painted kitchens are going to be out. They are so iconic and so classic that they're here. And here's another
Right.
one, bar carts.
You
Oh,
love
yeah, I
your
heard
bar
those are
cart,
out.
baby.
I love my bar cart. I think if you have room for something small, really in anywhere, like in your kitchen, dining room, living room, a bar cart is a fabulous thing to have, especially if it has wheels and you could take it out for al fresco dining or entertaining.
Now, you're saying that the bar cart is out
Yes, but
for
the
2018.
industry
I have to
can't-
say, I kind of agree with that. I always I know you love your bar cart.
I do,
And you probably make good use of it. And if somebody has a
Mhm.
bar cart and, they're having Don Draper over and they're going to make cocktails, I think that's an awesome thing if you have that and it really works in your lifestyle.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's true. I mean, when something is just so hammered home over and over again, like everybody, like, oh, have
Everybody
a bar
needed
cart
a
for
bar
your
cart.
kids for their
Mhm.
crayons and markers, make it a bar cart.
Yeah.
They were so everywhere
Mhm.
that it just became a little ridiculous.
That's like
It's
our
exactly
mantra.
what you said. When it swings too
Mhm.
far, when it's everywhere, any moment now it's going to swing back in your
Yeah,
face.
just think
Well,
about it.
they've been in, they've been out, they've been in, and now they're out again.
Well, and I didn't see this lately, but the whole subway tile. It's in,
Yes,
it's out.
they're saying.
I'm hearing, but again, I still love my subway tile.
I
So
know.
not getting
I know.
rid of it.
I
It's
know.
just hard to say something white and shaped like a rectangle is out.
I know. I know.
Like, what?
Yeah, and we're in the middle of redoing a bathroom, and I am putting white subway tile in it. So
There you go.
Well, I don't
know.
think you'll be dating yourself. No, I mean, talk to any designer, real estate agent. Like, that is a good way to go all the time.
Mhm.
You're not making a giant, statement with diamond shaped rose gold brushed metallic tile.
Whoa,
That would
say
be
that
gone.
3 times fast.
I know. I don't even think I could say that again. I'd have to play it back and repeat
Can
it.
you imagine having to stay what the experts, I'm using air quotes now, having to stay on trend all the time? How expensive would this
Well-
be? You would have to be just ripping everything out of your house
And
every
you would
2
be
years.
so exhausted of it, but it is fun. I mean, obviously, you both have subway tile. I'm going to put it in. So it may not be the new hot thing that's in, but it's definitely something that'll be here to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why we just say, you've got to keep that in mind. I mean, when we were, just starting out and decorating, it just didn't even occur to me. I mean, when I saw something new that was on trend, I would think, I want this in my house, and I would go buy it. And then just like, I would be so shocked 2 or 3 years later when it was dated looking,
Yeah.
and I felt duped every time. And now,
That's
now
why
when
I stay with the classics.
Okay, so now let me ask you that. When you did that, did you feel like you wanted that because it was on trend, so therefore it would validate you as a decorator? Or did you feel like you really liked it?
No, I love it.
No, I'm asking Anita when she
Oh,
was
I'm
doing
sorry.
this. I'll ask you. I'll come up with a question for you too.
That's
honey.
fine.
But no, I was just responding to Anita's statement when she first started decorating that, she would see something and she would want it for her home.
Oh.
Now, did you see those things at that time in your decorating journey that you really loved and you wanted them, or did you want them because they were on trends, so you thought they would then make you a better decorator?
Well, I loved them, but I loved them because I saw them everywhere. And I think I was just very influenced by, once you start seeing it everywhere, you start warming to whatever it is.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I definitely did want it. But the thing about it was I did not comprehend when I was first starting out that it's going to go out of style and I'm not going to like it in a few years. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you liked it because it was the shiny new thing, or you liked it because you wanted some sort of validation as a new decorator. And so I think that's sometimes what people do.
I don't think it was a validation so much as I just liked it. I mean, but I didn't think through why I liked it.
Right.
And I didn't think through it's going to be out. So now anytime, I'm just saying I was new and young and just not.
Sweet young thing.
Yeah.
I was just naive is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nita Jean, absolutely.
Because I find from you now, Anita, if you like something, you're not going to not like it in a couple of years. Like maybe you want to add a different color into your house, but you're not going to be like, oh, that stupid cherub angel thing I bought, or that really dumb slipcover I made. Like, I don't even like that anymore. Like, I don't get that from you. I think you have such a confidence, and Yvonne as well, my dear. You have such confidence in your decorating where you might say, I want to change things up. And because what we do for a living, you do that. But correct me if I'm wrong. I can't see you just not liking the stuff you have.
I think that's because this is what I do for a living and this is my passion. So I spend a lot of time on this, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about what is my style. And I just kept being drawn to French things, to vintage things, antiques, and that I don't see that changing.
That's
it might.
That's right.
Because I did start out with the 18th century English things and shifted to the French, but I've been in love with the French things for probably at least 20
So you don't
years.
get so swayed by those trends.
No, but I think that goes back to one of those first episodes we did about knowing your style. If you spend a lot of time thinking about it and researching and really kind of thinking about what your style is and spend time doing it, you're going to hopefully you'll fall in love with a particular style. Then you are going to have this confidence. So you're right. I mean, because once you have the confidence, then you feel like I can spend $500 on this thing because I'm going to love it 10 years from now. So I think you end up getting better pieces.
And then you can do cheers with your copper Moscow Mule mugs and then throw them in the fire a year later because
I never bought any, to be honest.
But just you don't have any either.
You could do fun stuff, just like a little trend here and there because it's fun.
Well, go ahead.
Yes.
I was just going to introduce another out thing.
Yes, please.
I can't believe this one either. Succulents.
Who's going to tell all the succulents out there they're no longer in style?
I love them.
I don't want my succulents to hear what you just said.
Cover their little succulent ears.
Oh.
Yeah, they say, I've read in several places that, again, it's something that was so loved and oversaturated, but
it's ridiculous. A plant is out of style now?
No, I'm sorry to say, don't, Yvonne, don't listen, close your ears. But the fiddle leaf fig.
I know. I heard it.
Fiddle leaf fig.
I heard it, and I love mine, and it's here to stay.
No, but it's just, of course. And what are you going to do? Like hack down your tree? No, I mean, but this is the thing. It's the same thing we're saying again. It's like the open shelving. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. It's just like enough of it with the bar carts. Okay, like people were like putting succulents everywhere,
putting the succulents on their bar cart.
Yeah, exactly.
Next to their
on your open shelving,
girls.
which backed by the shiplap with the bar cart in front of it with another pot of succulents. Like enough is enough, and people just get tired of seeing it over and over.
I know,
so
but we're just talking.
I
know, but we just don't have. I mean, these are silly as it is, these trends. But what they're saying now, and I've seen it, people are going for more of a multi-plant jungle look, which I detest.
Yeah.
Multi-plant.
Well, I mean, the next thing I'm going to hear is that collies are out. I mean, how am I going to tell my
Good thing I have mixed
Don't even
dogs.
look at dog breeds.
Mixed breeds.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm thinking, come on. I mean, collies have been out for ever since Lassie went off the air.
Oh,
So.
Lassie.
No,
collies are
classic and vintage.
Yeah, they're classics. That's right.
Okay, here's one that I can kind of get behind.
Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
It's the exposed lighting.
Oh, so can I.
You know, like, okay. I mean, I do like those Edison bulbs, but, you know, like, I don't need to be seeing the bulb all the time. And, you know, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of different pretty lighting that has a little bit more going on. And, it, you know, I don't know if they're just talking.
Well, and that's going back to what you were saying about what I liked that look when it came out. But deep in my heart, I love these beautiful crystal French looking chandeliers better. So knowing that style, I went, well, I'm going to go with what I love the most.
And see, that's when I knew that, oh gosh, this is not the style for me. Now, there were a couple of the bulbs that had beautiful glass over them, and I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I'm the same. Oh, and here, how about bamboo flooring?
Yeah.
They found that it's not really eco-friendly.
Oh, so there was fibbing going on too?
I don't know.
What?
But here's another one, the grunge look. That's
I don't think I was ever into that.
No, but I mean, we're not just saying about you. We're saying in general. Grunge, and I'm so happy. I'm like blowing on their sales to get them out.
What about the reclaimed wood? A lot of that was really too rustic for me to begin with. So I really wasn't into a lot of that. Some of the raw woods were kind of nice that I've seen, you know, some of the restoration hardware things. I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. But some of where it's different, almost kind of like the shiplap thing where each piece is a different stain. I just wasn't into that.
Yeah. And hey, have you noticed though, and the trends over the last year and what we're forecasting for 2018 and into early 2019, I see a refinement going on.
Well, that's fine with me. I'm all for that. And it's just like with fashion. I think we've talked about that. It's the pendulum swings back and forth. Things have been very rustic and industrial.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to me that we're going to refinement, and everything's been quite neutral in Blogland. And I see more color coming. And to be honest with you, I'm adding more color because I'm just in that mood.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I'm still so wishing I could get in that mood.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm staying there. But
neutrals.
if you saw my latest picture on Instagram where I did the Calico Corners, the Jungalow fabric on an ottoman, I still have my white settee, but I have the pattern on the ottoman. It's a slip cover, so guess what?
You can take it off.
And then I made some blue velvet pillows from also some Calico Corners fabric. And so and then I put some of my orchid there. And it just has so much color. I love it.
Thank goodness it wasn't a succulent.
Well, I know, because I'd have to rip it out. But anyway, the base, the settee, the thing that was the most expensive, it's a cream color or white.
Yeah,
so
you can
guess what? I can change it all out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even the rug's blue, but that can be swapped out and shifted around.
I think that's a smart way to sort of attack things that you love and trends that you love, and even trends that you don't like. I'm not going to use that. I think that's and trends are just trends, and we're just forecasting here, but it's really a lot of fun. Our day is done so far, though we could spend another hour probably on this. And we're glad you're listening in. Just remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey, everybody, we want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. When you subscribe, DTT comes free right to you 3 days a week. So until next time.